Before too much more time passes, I want you to consider taking a break. I want you to consider pausing and really think about, what do you want to do with the time that you have remaining? What do you want it to look like? I've spoken a lot about this being our fourth quarter and realizing that in this season of our lives, we have a lot more time behind us than we have in front of us. And so going forward, what do you want that time to look like, the time that you have left? Do you want your life to continue to look like stress all the time? Do you want more hardships, constant hardships? Do you want trial after trial after trial? Do you see yourself continuing to stay on your knees and crying out to the Lord and Lord, help me through this and just pull me out of this, and I'm not going to do this anymore. Like, if you just do this for me this one time, like I'll change, I'll make a difference. Do you want that for your life for the remaining of the time that you have left? Do you want to continue to live from paycheck to paycheck? Do you want to continue to live in a world where you're constantly drowning in debt? Do you want to continue to live in spaces where there just doesn't seem to be a whole lot of harmony? It's difficult for you to get along with other people. It's hard for you to find your right place, and you go to all these different places, but you just feel uncomfortable, like you feel like you cannot be yourself. You find yourself constantly trying to fit into other spaces. Yes, you want to be there. You may like some of the people, even that place itself, but is that the place where you need to be? Do you want to constantly be thinking about, well, what is today going to look like? Well, how do I get through this? How am I going to make it? Just the constant questions, and never seem to have the answers, or never seem to have that moment of peace, never seem to just be stress-free. Or do you want to continue to live that life of anxiety, always wondering, always frustrated and upset, and constantly feel like you have to do all the time, and you have to give and give and give all the time? Is that what you want for the remaining of the time that you have left? Or do you really want your life to look different? You're tired of the struggle. You're so sick and tired of being sick and tired. You're tired of the struggle. You're tired of the constant frustration. There always seems to be something. You just can't seem to catch your breath. If it's not one thing, it's you can fill in the blank. Go ahead and drop it. You already know what I'm talking about. Is that what you want for the time that you have left? Because if it's not, then I would strongly encourage you right now to pause. Literally stop. Take the time for yourself and figure out, what do you want? What do you want out of the time that you've already been through all that in the past? Do you want it to look like what it's already looked like for the past 40 or 50 years? Or do you want something different? Because I will tell you this, that in order for you to get something different, you have to do something different. You have to be different. And that's going to start right here with our mindset. You can't continue to carry out the same actions, the same behavior, expecting different results, because you're going to get the same outcome. The same actions, the same behaviors, different expectations, but you're going to get the same results, because all of that is coming from right here. It's time for a change. It's time for a shift. You thought that you wanted the life that she was living. You tried for years. You have tried, you have struggled, because you saw something glimmering and shiny and what seemed to be perfect over here. And so you were chasing that thing because you thought she had it easy. And so you wanted your life to look like her life. You've been trying to be something that you were never created to be, that you were never intended to be in the first place. You've tried to be in spaces and places where you never really fit. And so you look up and years later and you like, I haven't moved, because you were never supposed to be there in the first place. This reminds me of just recently, I was visiting my mama, and she asked me to put some Christmas decorations up. So just wrapping up, starting a brand new year and everything. And so I went down to help her take down all the old Christmas decorations, put them back into their containers and put them into the storage room. Well, I was doing that, and there was a container she had set over to the side. And she says, well, over there, put them in that container, but that top is something wrong with the top. I said, okay. So I go over, we're taking the balls and things and taking the tree down. And so some of the ornaments I had put off in this other container that she had over to the side. And I saw the top. And so it looked like it belonged, right? Same color and everything, right? And I'm looking, yeah, Rubbermaid. Okay, so it should fit, right? So put all the things in there, and I go to grab the lid, put the lid on top of the container, and it doesn't fit. There is a gap. It doesn't fit. And I spoke about this in another video that I recently just uploaded as well, talking about the importance of the company that we keep. Because I believe that the company that we keep determines the levels that we meet. So just like that lid did not fit that container, and it looked like it belonged, but there was a gap, there was space, it did not fit. Actually, the lid was too small for that space. So that got me to thinking, how many times have you tried, because I know I have, to fit into spaces where I did not fit. You've tried to fit into spaces where you didn't seem to get along with everyone. You had a hard time of making connections. Being in that space because you did not fit. There is a perfect fit for everyone, for everything. There is a place that you would fit perfectly. There's that place and there's you. Perfect fit. You don't have to live your life like that container any longer, or to be that lid that doesn't fit over that container. And and I got to thinking about it even a little bit more, and I was like, wow, because that lid did not fit that container, because there was a gap, there was a loss. There was a gap. There was areas that was not being filled because the right fit was not there. Right now, with you, where you are, you may be in a place or in a space right now where it feels like something is missing. It's not supposed to be like this. And you think that just because you've been there 5 years, just because you've been there for 10 years, well, I've been here for this long, I might as well just ride it out. I might as well just hang in there. Ain't no use in just starting over something new right now. Why not? Now, y'all know that I'm a Dr. Fields fan. I told you that. So sometimes I watch the old reruns. And on one of the episodes, he was talking, there's nothing worse than being in a bad relationship, like a toxic relationship, one day longer than what you needed to be. There's nothing worse than you being a place one day longer. You already know you don't fit. So why would you continue to choose the remaining of the time that you have left? Why would you choose to spend that time in that place where you already know you do not fit? So I encourage you that before too much more time passes, this is brand new, a brand new start to a brand new year. We have no idea what is ahead of us. That is correct. But do you want that remaining time to be exactly like what you just come through? Because if that's not you, if you like, no, it's time to do something different. You don't have to try to force yourself into something. Do you know who you are? You are unique. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are God's special possession. There is a place for you. There is a purpose for you. Just as you have been created, just as you are. So why do you want to continue to use what time that you have left? It's not as much as what is behind us. So with the time that you have left, do you want to spend it the way you spent the time that has already passed? Because if you're saying no, I want different. If you are finally realizing, if you see that you deserve more, that you are capable of more, that you have the potential for more, for better. If you are in that place where, yes, you realize I deserve to live a stress-free life. Are we going to have some stresses in life? Yes. There will be trials, there will be challenges that we face in life. But does your entire life, every single day, have to be a struggle? Because if that's the place that you have been, that does not have to be the place where you will be. Will be meaning the future, meaning what lies ahead of you. It can be different. You just have to make the choice. You have to make the decision and bet on you. Because you are deserving, because you are worthy. You don't have to try to mold yourself or conform yourself to this world. As a matter of fact, scripture tells us, Romans 12:2, be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. It's going to start right here. It's going to start with you taking a hard look at you and realizing that there's more for you. There's better for you. To realize that you have been called, that you are capable, that you are a competent person, that you have the confidence. You just have to believe in yourself, that you are deserving, that you are worthy. The choice is yours. The decision, it's a decision. Because when you make that decision to say, yes, I'm going to bet on me. I already know what it looks like behind me, and I don't want what's ahead of me to look like what it looks like in behind me. So I know that I have to do something different. If this is the conversation that you are having with yourself, if you are resonating with this video right now, if you are understanding the words that are coming out of my mouth and how I'm trying to encourage you, because I see that you have the potential. I see that you are deserving, that you are worthy. You have to believe it. I can tell you, anybody can tell you all day long, but you have to begin to believe it. And it's going to start right here with that shift, that mindset, you seeing better for yourself and understanding that you are worthy of that which you see. It's going to start right here. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. When you change that thing, that changes everything, then everything will change. That change is a mindset shift. Bet on you. See you for who you truly are and who you have been created to be. I'm Dr. Tam. I'm your empowerment coach, and I pray that this message blesses you today to see you for who you truly are and knowing that you are deserving, knowing that you are worthy. So with the time that we have left, with the time that you have left, go get what is yours. Find that place where you fit perfectly. I'll check on you soon.